I need to spotlight my video, don't I? Let's see here. Just a second. Spotlight for everyone. All right. I think we should be good to go. Okay. So, welcome on this lovely, finally spring feeling day. We're going to do a class today that is themed around something called a Vayu. And in yogic philosophy, there are 5 Vayus or movements of energy in the body. So there's this overarching idea. They're called Vayus or pranas. Prana means sort of life force energy. And the idea is that there's this overarching prana in capital letters that is the universal life force. And then there's a subset of 5 different movements of prana underneath that. One of them is called Vyana Vayu, and that governs the movement of energy from the center to the periphery. And so it governs things like circulation and the nervous system. So things that move throughout the body. So the theme today is going to be exploring this idea of Vyana Vayu. And it's associated primarily with the heart and the lungs, and the arms and hands as an extension of that area of the body. Okay, so with that in mind, we will begin with a breath exercise called Vyana Vayu Pranayama. So breath exercise for Vyana Vayu. So bring your fingertips to your breastbone with your elbows out left and right, and sit tall, sit well. Nice upright spine, maybe sitting a little bit forward on your seat. And as you breathe in, open your arms out wide. As you breathe out, bring the fingertips back to the sternum. Try to keep the tops of the shoulders relaxed. And it can be at your pace. It does not have to match my pace of breath or movement. And imagine with every breath in that you're drawing that life force energy all the way out to the tips of your fingers, and then bringing it back in. We'll do that several more times. Open up, get expansive. Two more times, inhaling and exhaling. Again, this could be at your own pace. And then relax your hands to your lap, soften your shoulders. Start to roll your head around. Make some nice juicy neck circles. And go the other way. Right back to center. Start to roll the shoulders back. Roll them forward. And then one at a time, all the way up, all the way back as far as you can reach, and down and around. One at a time. We'll do the right arm, get through the whole range of motion, every bit of movement that's possible. And then we'll do the left arm. Lift it all the way up, reach it back as far as it'll go, down and around. One more. And then with the right arm, we'll come forward. So let's go back first. So draw it back as far as you can, and then all the way up and around and forward and down. So back and up and forward and down. And really try to reach as much as possible, right? Don't just phone this in. Do it with intention. And release. And then we'll take the left one. Reach it back and up and forward and down. One more. And release. Start to roll your wrists around. Make some circles, go the other direction. Interlace your hands together and then start to make some swishy figure 8 movements with your wrists. Just roll them around and then see if you can reverse the movement. That can be a little tricky. A little brain activity there to try to get it to go the opposite way. Good, shake it out. Bring your arms up, shake your fingers all the way down. All the way up and all the way down. Good, open and close your fingers a few times. And then hold the sides of the chair for support. Bring one leg out in front of you. Peel your toes back towards your kneecap. Point your toes towards the ground. And then roll your ankle around. Go the other direction. And let it go. Other leg. Reach it out, toes towards your kneecap. Press out through the sole of the foot. Point your toes. And roll the ankle around. Reverse directions. And put it down. Okay. Now, come up to your tiptoes. Draw your knees in and curl yourself forward so you're coming in towards a little ball shape. You know, as far as is reasonable for you. You don't have to come all the way down over your thighs. Just curl yourself into a little ball. And then open yourself out into a big wide X. So you may want to be sitting fairly far forward on your seat so that you can get the extension of the legs. And then once again, pull it in, tippy toes, curl in. And open a big X. Now we're gonna take our breath and move it with the movement of our bodies. So this is gonna be the inhale, big expansive inhale, and then pulling everything in is gonna be the exhale. Inhale to reach, exhale, pull it in. Open up, blow it out. 2 more, breathe in, breathe out. 1 more, breathe in, breathe out. And come up, sit tall. Lift your arms out and up overhead. Tip over to the right, hold the side or the chair leg and side bend to the right. Bring your left hand behind your head so you're holding your head for support. Now roll the left shoulder back and the elbow towards the ceiling so that it's almost like you're trying to peel your chest up towards the ceiling. You might even gaze up. And then curl forward a little bit. Inhale as you curl back, reaching the chest towards the ceiling. Exhale as you curl forward. Twice more like that. Breathing in, opening the chest. Breathing out, opening the upper back. 1 more. Exhale. And come up. Sit tall, take a breath. And release. Arms up high. Tip over to the left, hold on for support, side bend. Reach out long with the right arm to begin. And then hand behind your head for support. Breathe in, open the chest towards the ceiling. Breathe out, stretch the upper back. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl. Inhale, open up. And curl 1 more time. Open it up. And curl. And come up, sit tall. Take a breath. Release. Sweep your arms out and up overhead. And then open them right out to the sides. As you inhale, turn to the right. As you exhale, turn to the left. Inhale, turning right. Exhale, turning left. One more. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Come back to center. Relax your arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms open wide. This time, inhale to the left. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to center. Relax your arms. Take a breath. And soften. Okay. Sit towards the right edge of your chair. And then reach your right leg out to the right as far as you can. You want to have the leg coming towards straight. If it doesn't straighten completely, that's okay. If you can get your foot flat on the ground, great. If you can't, just do your best. Take your right hand down your right leg, lift your left arm up, and tip over to the right. So this is a variation of a pose called gate pose, Tadasana. Big side bending posture. And try not to hunch forward. We're really looking for an opening across the front of the body. And slide back up, draw that leg back in. Let's scoot over to the left side of the chair. Stretch the left leg out. Hand down the leg, lift up through the right arm and side bend, slide down the leg. Work on drawing the right shoulder back. And come on up, bring the leg back to center, sit center and take a breath. Let it go. Okay, come on up to stand, come behind your chair for support. I'm going to take the blanket off so you have a better view. And stand well. So organize your weight in your feet. Organize how you're holding the weight of your body in your feet. Are you rolling to the outer edges of your feet? That's my habit. That's my tendency. Or maybe you're more pigeon-toed or knock-kneed and you're rolling to the inner parts of the feet. So whatever your habit might be, see if you can instead find an even distribution of weight. Even distribution of weight. And then lift both arms up overhead. Bring your right hand down to the chair and side bend. Come back up, both arms high, left hand to the chair and side bend. Come back up, both hands down to the chair. Press down through your fingertips. Roll your shoulders back and lift up through your chest. You might even gaze up. So it's like a mini back bend, a little tiny back bend. And come to center. Step your feet wide. Turn your right toes out to the right and bend through the right knee. So we're coming into a warrior two shape in the legs. And try to keep that knee moving over the middle two toes, the second and third toe. So you don't really want it dropping in towards the big toe. Instead, you want to use the outer hip muscles to pull the knee open towards the pinky toe side of your foot. Okay? Both hands can stay on the chair, or one hand, your right hand can extend out. Just going to stay here, breathe. Think about the torso facing forward. So rather than being turned towards the right leg, instead you're getting a little rotation in your spine and you're turning your chest forward. But don't let that compromise the position of the knee. Keep drawing the knee open and the torso forward. Now take both hands to the chair, straighten the right leg, and tip over the right leg with your torso. And again, not facing the leg, it's a sideways tipping. So we're coming into a posture called triangle pose. And you can keep both hands on the chair, or you could lift the top arm to the ceiling. That's optional. Press back up, turn the right toes in, turn the left toes out, and bend the left knee. Again, both hands can stay on the chair or the left arm can extend for warrior two. Same thing here, same alignment for the knee joint over the middle two toes of the foot and the torso towards the back of the chair, right? So rotate the spine forward and pull a knee open at the same time. Hand to the chair, straighten that front leg, tip over it. It's a side tilting action. Hands to the chair or right arm lifts to the sky. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. And again, we want to really try to have the torso open towards the back of the chair rather than turning down towards the ground. We're looking for that open space across the front body. And hand to the chair, press up, turn the toes in, walk your feet back together, and just stand for a moment, relax, take a breath. Okay, once again, step your feet wide. Right toes to the right, bend the knee, arm extends if you wish. Now, if your arm is extended, you can turn the palm to the ceiling. We're going to take a side bend to the left. Don't lose the bend in the front knee. So you can do this just with your hands on the chair, or you can add the right arm to tip back. This is called peaceful warrior, Virabhadrasana Shanti. Don't lose the bend in that right knee. Good, come back into warrior two, hand to the chair. Straighten your front leg, tip sideways, Trikonasana, triangle pose. If you want, lift the left arm. Now bring the left hand to the chair, bend the right knee, bring your right forearm to your right thigh. This is extended side angle. You can use the chair to draw the left shoulder back. So you can push into the chair to rotate your chest forward, right? So instead of having your torso, your chest facing towards the ground, push into the chair, roll your breastbone forward so it's facing towards the back of the chair. It sounds like somebody's microphone is not on mute, so if you could just take a quick check. And then press back up, straighten the leg, turn your toes in, turn your left toes out, and bend into the left knee. Again, option is to extend the left arm. If your arm is extended, turn the palm to the ceiling. Keep the left knee bent. Keep pressing the shin forward, the knee forward as you tip back to the right. So you're reaching up and over to the right. Again, your hand can still be on the chair. You can still take that side bend. Keep rolling the top shoulder back. And come back up into warrior two, hands to the chair. Straighten the left leg and tip over sideways. So the chest is still facing towards the back of the chair. Top arm lifts if you wish, right arm lifts, optional. Bring the right hand to the chair. Bend the left knee, left forearm to left thigh, extended side angle. Roll the top shoulder back so that the chest, the breastbone is turning front, turning to face front. Keep the knee moving over the middle two toes. Don't let it drop in. You want to move it towards the pinky toe side of your foot. And press up, turn the left toes in, walk your feet back together, and just stand for a breath or two. Okay, now shift over so that you are just behind the left side of the chair, the left chair leg. So you're just behind it. Turn your right toes to the right. Separate your feet a little bit, not a lot, a small separation, okay? Bend into the right knee. Hold the chair leg with both hands. Begin to tip forward. Push into your right leg, push into your hands, and lift the left leg up. Now, if you can straighten the right knee, do so. So this is a variation of half moon pose. You want to have your weight really towards the middle of the chair for stability, right? So that's why I moved us back here so that when we come forward, we're really towards the middle of the chair. So we're pressing down evenly. And again, can you try to have the chest facing front instead of facing to the ground? Roll that top shoulder back. Use the chair to help you roll the shoulder back. Open up. And step out of it. Stand tall. And walk over to the other side, towards the right side of the chair. Turn the left toes out to the left. Bend the left knee, both hands in the middle of the chair. Push down and lift off. Right leg lifts. Torso turns forward. Keep breathing. And relax, step out of it. Take a breath. All right, now I'm going to turn my chair. You don't need to, but it'll be easier for you to see what I'm doing from this angle. So weight into the right foot, step the left leg back, place the whole foot down. So you don't want the heel lifted, you want the heel on the ground, bending into the right knee. So this is warrior one. So you can have both hands on the chair, or you can have one lifted. You might even feel stable enough to have two lifted, but that's up to you. Now bring both hands to the chair, shift your weight forward into the right leg and lift the left leg. This time, similar shape to what we did before, but this time we are facing down towards the ground. Torso facing towards the chair seat rather, and the left leg lifting straight back behind you. Try to get it up as high as you can. Ideally hip height, but that's pretty challenging. This is warrior three. And step forward and stand tall. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Shift your weight to your left foot and step your right leg back. The whole foot plants. The heel is down. The left knee is bent. Warrior one. Try to have your shoulders up over your hips rather than being in a forward tilt here. We want to stand straight up over the legs. Again, both hands to the chair. Maybe one arm lifts. Maybe both arms lift. Settle into your feet. Feel the expansion through your fingertips if you have one or both arms raised. If you have your hands on the chair, you might even feel a flow of energy down from your fingertips into the chair. Broad across the chest. If your hands are raised, bring them down. Shift your weight forward into the left leg. Lean forward. Push off. Lift the right leg behind you. Try to keep your torso and hip point and knee facing the ground, and lift the right leg as high as you can. You can keep the left knee bent too. It does not have to be perfectly straight. Just do the best that you can do, and that's all we can ever ask. And step forward and stand tall. Take a breath. Let it go. Once again, shift your weight into your right foot. Step your left foot back, but this time, keep the heel lifted. So you might step a little bit further back. Press into the ball of the foot, keep the heel lifted, bend into the right knee. So similar shape, a little bit different in the legs. This is high lunge. It's a lunge position. Hands to the chair, one arm lifts, maybe both arms lift. It's a little bit more challenging to balance in this posture because you have less support, right? You don't have as much of the back foot on the ground. So both hands may be a little bit more challenging. So see if one works for you, and you know, you can always keep both hands on the back of the chair. Okay, now take the left arm up, even if it's not up already. Take the left arm up, open it out to the left. Reach it back behind you, twist open to the left, and then come back to center. Lift the right arm up, open it out to the right, and twist to the right. So you're twisting towards the bent right leg. Reach back through that right arm, press through the left heel strongly. Come back to center, stand tall. Take a breath. Let it go. Shift your weight into your left foot and step your right leg back for high lunge. So again, ball of the foot on the ground, heel is lifted, but pressing back, bending into the left knee. One arm lifts, maybe both arms lift. Again, it's challenging to balance in this posture, so just see what's, you know, appropriate for you. I don't want anybody to fall. Now, if your right arm is not lifted, do lift your right arm, open it out to the right and turn to the right, peeling the chest open to the right. Come back, lift the left arm, open it out, and turn to the left. Keep pressing through the right heel. Keep drawing the left knee towards the midline. Twist it open. And come back and step forward. Take a break. Breathe. Now, once again, draw your attention to your feet and have that really even distribution of weight between both feet. Take a little bend in your knees, not a deep one, but just a little softness in the knees so that you can draw your tailbone down towards the ground. Lengthen through the low back. You can even imagine pulling your pubic bone up towards your belly button. A little bit of reverse tilt there of the pelvis. And then push into your fingertips and lift the chest towards the ceiling. So again, that little baby back bend. Softness in the knees, even weight in the feet, long low back, belly drawing in, chest drawing up, shoulders drawing back, and come out of it, release. Okay, come back to sit. And sit towards the edge of the chair. Bring your hands back as far as you can on the chair, holding the chair. You know what, maybe I shouldn't have turned the chair yet. I'm gonna turn again sideways, you might have a better view. So you're sitting towards the edge of the chair, your hands are coming back as far as they can. On my chair, I can kind of grip part of the chair back. Yeah. Roll your shoulders back, lift your chest, pull your belly in, and think down with your sit bone. So I don't want you to have a big arch in your low back, right? This is not a low back extension here. Instead, lengthen the low back. Tailbone down to the ground, breastbone lifting. And keep thinking, lengthen the low back, and lift the chest. Lengthen and lift. Okay, this is a variation of camel pose, Ustrasana. It's a big chest opener, upper back bend. And then just release that, sit back in your chair for a moment, relax. Okay, we're going to do that again. So come towards the edge of the chair. Reach back for whatever you can grab as far back as you can. Draw your belly in. Draw your low back long, tailbone down, sit bones down. Roll the shoulders back. You want to squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. Lift the breastbone up. Keep thinking, lengthen the low back, pull the belly in, lift in the chest, lift in the middle and upper back. You might even lift your chin a little bit. It doesn't have to be a lot. If that's not comfortable for your neck, you can tuck your chin down. But keep lifting the breastbone up, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And relax out of that again. Sit back. Take a deep breath. And let it go. Once again, sit up, sit forward, hold the sides of the chair, extend one leg out in front of you, and tilt forward over that leg. Hold on for support. Looking for a lengthening in the back of the leg. And come up, draw that leg back, take the opposite one forward, and tip forward. And come on up, draw that leg back in. Now I am going to turn. Bring your arms up overhead. Open them out and twist to the right. Float them back up and open and twist left. We're going to do that a few times, floating up and twisting, and coming up and twisting. Good, come back to center. Fingertips to your shoulders. Separate your feet a little bit, have them well planted. Sit tall, tailbone down, belly drawing in, and chest lifting. Tip over to the right, keep both sit bones well anchored. Come back up and tip over to the left. Come back up. Again, over to the right. Keep drawing the belly in. We're working the side waist muscles. And come back up and tip over. Make sure your feet stay well grounded. And come back up. Release your hands and take a breath. Draw your arms out by your sides, up overhead. Bring your hands to a prayer shape and draw that down to the center of the body. Connect your thumbs and your breastbone. Lift your breastbone up into your thumbs. Little back bend. Breathe in. And come back to center. Breathe out. Again, tip it back. Breathe in. And center. Breathe out. Last time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring your hands to your knees. Now this time, as you breathe in, you're going to pull your belly button back towards your spine, round your shoulders and drop your head so that you feel the breath moving into the back of your body. So the inhale is going to be a rounding forward. Inhale. Exhale to come up to center. Inhale, curl back. Exhale to center. Again, inhale, curl. Exhale, center. Sit back in your chair. Relax. Let everything just settle, soften into your chair. Close your eyes. And notice if there are any places that you might be gripping or holding where you don't need to. And see if you can relax. Soften the legs, the hips. Soften the belly. Soften the shoulders. And even the skin on your face. The space between the eyebrows. The little muscles around your eyes. And the little muscles around your mouth. Let them go, soften. Soften your tongue in your mouth and your jaw. Even relaxing through the front of your throat. Letting the breath flow easily, naturally, without force.
How was it?
My teacher, Leslie Kamenov, says of breath, we create the space and the universe fills it. So let the universe fill you up. Imagine now your breath peeling down each arm to your fingertips. Your breath traveling down each leg to the tips of your toes. Your breath traveling up and down the length of your spine. From the crown of your head to the tip of your tail. And then draw your back away from the back of the chair. Keep your eyes closed for the moment. Sitting tall. Feet well grounded. Sweep your arms out and all the way up overhead. Keep your eyes closed if you can. Connect your hands and draw the prayer right down to the center of your chest. Pause there. Nestle your thumbs into your breastbone. Feel the connection from palm to palm and the breadth from collarbone to collarbone across your chest. And maybe even feel the broadness in your back, the shoulder blades broadening away from the spine. Getting so spacious. Take one deep breath in and let it go. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I hope you have a greater sense of freedom and expansiveness through your chest and your back today as you move through your day. And I hope that you